So, apparently people are very mad at asmongold. Let's have a look, shall we?
Guess Asmon's getting
Before I continue, we are going to watch this one, and then we're going to watch what asmongold thinks of this video. So we get both sides of the story, from his point of view, and from what this guy's saying. Because I do not know exactly what is going on. So I'm going to watch this, and then we're going to go watch asmongold's reaction of this video. I was planning on just doing asmongold's video, but I feel like I should hear this guy out, and then go and see what points asmongold has. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I should just watch asmongold's video because he is going to talk about this. Not yeah. Let's go do that, shall we?
Comment he made on stream.
Shut up. Let's watch asmongold's video.
Oh yeah, people were mad at me.
Guess Asmon's getting heat for some comment he made on
Look, it's Asmond.
stream the other day. I'll play the clip for you.
What game is this?
About this, let's take a look. In a tweet with almost 7,000 likes from Dexerto, they say asmongold shared a controversial take claiming that fat or ugly small streamers won't get as many viewers.
Okay.
Right. Like I said, let's have the...
I see where the controversial part comes in now. Okay. Understood.
And speak for himself.
Man.
Okay.
Here.
But if somebody asked me themselves why they're not getting more viewers, then yeah, I would sure do it. Let me link you guys this video.
Let's have a look here, shall we?
I would look like a huge dick if I did that. Speaking of being a huge dick, some people want themselves.
asmongold is just so good. He really is. Look at the face he has. Perfect timing. They look so alike, don't they?
Well, here's the thing, right? You wanna know a really, really uncomfortable, shitty truth? Is that if you're ugly, people won't like you. And this is even
true. That is so true, but at the same time, why must you give a damn? I mean, Asmond is going bald. He has dandruff as far as I know. He has problems with his teeth. And all in all, people would consider him a 6, maybe a 7 at his best if he's dressed well. But all in all, I think asmongold is about a 6. Me personally, I'm about a 5. I'm not the nicest looking in the world. And nobody really is. People say, oh, but these celebrities look so good and so on and so on. They are made to look that good. There's a reason why in every picture that you see them, they don't look bad. Granted, there is casual pictures that's taken of them. Like there was one of Keanu Reeves where he was in the train station. He looks just as good as he does on set. He is a very handsome man. Adam Sandler, when he's out walking, he's wearing sweatpants and, you know, a sweat jersey, and he still looks very, very good. There are exceptions, but most of the times you can't compare yourself to celebrities. They are made to look pretty, especially when it comes to females. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm just saying celebrities are just made to look pretty because they're on TV. Streaming, YouTubing, and so on doesn't really matter. If you're ugly, you are ugly. If you try and look beautiful, sure, you may get a couple more views than when you're not looking your best. That is guaranteed. But all in all, pretty people will get more recognition and more views on Twitch because they are pretty. It's just how life is. It's how humans are.
more true for girls. True. So if
See?
you're really fat or really ugly, it doesn't matter how funny you are. People just aren't going to like you. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to look at you. I forgot I said it like that.
That is mean. Damn.
Oh god.
Further than added, the streamer prefaced it by saying that this is the uncomfortable truth. Asmon himself responding to that Dexerto tweet saying 900 plus comments. I can't wait to read all of these in bed tonight. As expected.
asmongold loves reading comments. I think the best part about the internet and I'm pretty sure asmongold and everybody else has said it themselves, reading comments is better than watching videos. Especially when it comes to controversial shit. When you go on TikTok and you see like this inspiration for men or inspiration for women types of videos, go and look at the comments and see what people are saying. It is the funniest shit on the planet. Meme videos don't compare to it. Watching the funniest movie on the planet does not compare to the amount of shit that gets said in those comments sections. It is so goddamn hilarious.
Some of the comments are a bit odd. I'm laughing out of uncomfortableness. I'm like, what is this?
He could go fuck himself is what he could do.
Along with, we found the body who harassed his follower, and society or whatever. Fuck this trend and fuck these clout chasing goblins. Oh my god.
There's so much to unpack with this comment, guys. Excuse me. This comment says he can go F himself. And there's something about a body? What the heck?
Oh, the body who harassed his... Wait. What the fuck?
Something about small streamers being worthless society or something, and then saying F this trend, F these clout chasing.
Well, it's not society, it's SoCity.
Okay.
Goblins and randomly adding hashtag VTubers at the end?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is the way, these are the people that are against me.
These people, this person that commented this is the person that's chasing for clout, because he wants to make everyone angry at Asmon. He's the one chasing clout. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the average asmongold hater on Twitter.
Who could hate asmongold? Nah, I gave it a second to set in.
Like, the heck did I just read, man? You know those, like, mind-wiping things in Men in Black?
Yeah,
this guy does that every morning.
Can someone get one of those and use it on me? I want to forget that comment. Here's a more tame response. It says, pretty privilege is definitely a thing, but we also aren't going to act like the top 1% of Twitch or YouTube streaming all look like Henry Cavill.
Okay, I don't
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely true. I mean, like, I think that it's a benchmark. So, like, for example, if there's, like, something wrong with your face, then it's, like, a big issue.
That is true.
Because, like, people don't want to look at somebody who has, like, something wrong with their fucking face.
And that is why I don't use a webcam.
But I would say, in general, if you look at the majority of people that are popular streamers...
They're about average. They're average looking, except for the females.
They are at least average to above average attractive.
There we go.
I'm not talking about myself, okay? I'm not talking about me. I'm saying the other people. The average.
Is he saying that he's better?
Of course. That's just how it is.
Responses deciding to take jabs at Asmon. This person just...
Oh yeah, I mean, asmongold, you're ugly and your content still gets views, so your argument is moot.
Wow.
There are a lot of people out there who don't understand statistics.
That is 90% of the entire planet.
It's sad. But let's be real.
Okay, closer to about 85. There are a hell of a lot of people that do, but about 85% of the planet does not.
The reason why people take a comment like this and then turn it around and personally insult me is because they took that comment personally.
Yeah.
So don't get mad at me, get mad at a mirror.
Yeah.
I didn't do this to you, God did.
I just realized he has a rubber ducky in the back. Oh, that's so cute.
Citing a similar...
I don't know what's wrong with the duck's head because it has like bumps on it, but yeah.
Approach. Ricky Berwick saying K.
Maybe it has an afro.
Posting images of his socials. However, plenty of people in the comments just fully agreeing with Asmon.
Oh,
For
most
example,
people were.
Diddley saying this is the least controversial take ever. Shock saying this is controversial. Look at any famous person. 95% of them are an 8 or 9 on the scale. And Plurto responding saying pretty privilege is a thing. I don't I don't know how people are trying to deny it in the comments.
Because they're stupid. These are the kinds of people how, like, you can say, you know, like, oh, well, women have to have sex with a dude to get pregnant. And someone's like, well, what about Jesus?
Oh my god. Those are the worst types of people. You can't have a rational conversation with them.
Yeah, well, what about Jesus? I mean, how do you explain that? So, like, that's not really always true, though, right? Okay, so it's not true, then.
There is sometimes where you don't have to have sex to get pregnant, because there was like a news article, it's been months ago, or maybe a couple of years ago, where there was a girl and her boyfriend that did oral sex, and she swallowed she swallowed it all the time. And then she got into an accident, and like her stomach, like I can't remember the whole thing, but apparently her stomach got cut, the sperm leaked into the womb, and she got pregnant without even having sex. Now, my memory of it is very, very vague, but at the same time, I did hear it. I'm pretty sure there's lots of people that know the article as well, because it was going all around like YouTube and so on and so on. So, yeah, there is times where you don't need to have need to have sex to get pregnant.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
And then there's also the times where you put the sperm inside of an egg, and then you put that egg inside of the girl and grow the baby like that. So then you also don't need to have sex to have a baby. So there's lots of different ways to have a baby without sex. But most of the time, people say, what about Jesus? So that's what annoys me, because they don't look at the actual times where it did happen. No, they look to the other shit, the superficial shit, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not. Yeah, actually, no. There's this. I have an anecdote that proves this rule wrong. Oh,
okay.
There's 100,000 people tested. Yeah. Well, my friend had this happen, and it was different with him. So it's not true. No, that's not. No, absolutely not.
No.
There was also a situation a while back where people were upset at asmongold for a comment he made on fat phobia. You might find this clip interesting if you haven't seen it before, given...
Oh, boy.
Show me.
Oh.
Show me. Play the video.
Context of this video so far.
Like, fat phobia is cringe? You know who's fat phobic? Your body.
Oh.
Your body's fat phobic. How many 90-year-old people you see that weigh over 400 pounds?
None, because none of them make it to that long being so fat.
Bro, you know why? It's because they're dead.
Yeah.
Think about the only famous, well-known, really old fat person. Here we go. Santa Claus. He's not real.
He really just pulled in Santa Claus and threw him under the bus. Oh my god.
They're dead.
What?
That's
Santa.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm sorry, but like we gotta keep it real, guys. Like that's the truth. Yep. Like and like I think anybody, by the way, anybody who doesn't say what I'm saying, and then the thing is to me is like I know what I did here. I saw like 5 people in chat probably disagreeing with me, and I said, "Bitch, you think you're mad now? I'm gonna keep going."
Okay.
I said, "Hold up, I got more."
Okay, I want to hear, please.
He's doing a massive disservice to not only their audience, but to the entire society. Yep.
In a Reddit thread talking
why stop it?
Clip, one of the most upvoted critical comments reads, Dude shouldn't have a take on this since he constantly jokes that salads are self-harm and eating them would get him banned on Twitch. Fat phobia is just fat shaming. Everyone would have easier lives if you stopped caring about other people's weight and stopped making comments on it. It's none of your business, and if they die, they die. If it's someone you care about, you'd make the effort to help them lose weight instead of commenting on it. Smoking is bad too, and so is doing drugs. Yet people fixate more on talking crap about obese.
See, that's the thing, is they've always got to make it personal.
They've
always got to make it
yes, they always have to.
Personal about me. Like, you can say that being fat is unhealthy, and somebody can write a 4 fucking paragraph, response about how you're wrong.
Okay.
People, which is kind of...
So, this is really just people hating on asmongold and trying to get him off of social media because they really dislike him. He didn't do anything wrong, because Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan, lots of people have said the same thing where... I mean, there's even a comedian that said that's making jokes of fat people. Because apparently, a fat lady that's now like on an airplane asked to get the seat next to her so that her fat rolls can have more space so she's not crammed in one seat. So she asked if she could like take over this person's seat and that person can go sit somewhere else. It is dumb. If you want to do that, just buy more plane tickets. Then you can have the whole row for yourself. But at the same time, you're stopping people from getting to where they want to go. For instance, if it's their holiday or their vacation that they didn't have in years, and they finally get to go on their vacation, and then they have to deal with you. You are not... Society does not have to bend to your needs, because it's not how it is. The majority will rule over the minority, because the lives of the many outweigh the lives of the few. It is how society is. It's how we've been able to function for this long.
Indicative that they don't care about that person. They just want a punching bag. If they did care, they'd be advocating for people to stop drinking, smoking.
Yeah, if people's conversations on the internet didn't revolve around 1 minute or less clips, people would know that I actually said this exact thing afterwards. And like, thinking that like being fat is bad and you don't want to be fat doesn't mean that you should make fun of people for being fat.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't fit in like a 1 minute clip, so people don't see it. And it's
that is true.
Or doing drugs too, and shaming them if they didn't. But most people only focus on fat people. On the other hand, people...
Well, this person's got a problem with society. I think doing drugs and drinking is also bad. And smoking. They're all bad.
They're all bad, but people are going to continue doing it. You can't change that. I mean, for the pandemic, for when COVID happened, South Africa wanted to take away smoking from everyone. And like they literally banned smoking for most of COVID in South Africa, and people were not having it. It was so bad. People need something to take the edge off, whether it's smoking, drinking, and drugs. As long as you don't go overboard, it's not a healthy, but it is something to do. I mean, you wouldn't want people going and committing mass murder because it's a substitute for taking that edge off of life, off of their daily life. I'd rather have them smoking or drinking or doing a small bit of drugs here and there. I'd rather have them that than go commit murder or go and try and ruin a country even more than what it already is. So yes, I don't find it such a bad thing.
From body positivity movement need to get their stuff together. They need to discredit those that use the movement to claim it's okay to be fat, while focusing on the mental health and motivation of fat people. Yeah, fat shaming generally only serves to make them feel terrible, so the focus should be on motivating them positively, not reassuring them that it's okay to be fat. Ultimately, it's none of your business how other people live, and the likelihood that they already know.
That's true. It's not anyone's business on how anyone else lives, but at the same time, if you're making life difficult for other people, it's not that you can't do that either. Like if you're going to complain that, again, I'm going to go back to the lady with the plane. If you want to have more seats and you don't want to pay for it, then that's your problem, bitch. You have to deal with it. You're the one that decided to eat takeaways 24/7. Me personally, I will eat a salad here and there. It's not my preference because salad dressings are so bad. I normally just have my salad with like mayonnaise and just eat it like that. But I don't like salads because they taste so horrible. And salad dressing just make it taste even worse. If they were able to make salads taste just a teeny bit better, then yes, salads would become more viable everywhere. It's just that fast food tastes so good that people want that over healthy food. And it doesn't help that in most places, veggies are a lot harder to, like a lot more expensive to buy than your average takeaway food. Like if you're only buying for yourself, then yeah, it is a bit cheaper because I've seen people that buy like so much food just to have for one night. Like they buy veggies, they buy carrots, they buy potatoes, they buy meat, they buy so on and so on. And all of that roughly equals out to about, give or take, now I could be very off because I'm going to say like in dollars. Now I don't know how much everything normally is, but it's probably around $20-ish, maybe 30. Could be about 35. I could be very, very wrong. It could be even higher, or a tad bit lower. But then you go to like McDonald's or Five Guys or KFC or Wimpy, and you can get a burger for about $6-7 and chips and like fries. I believe. I'm not 100% sure because I don't live there, so I don't know the prices of it. But yeah, fast food for one night is cheaper than going to buy all of the groceries, because then you have to pay petrol, or you have to pay for an Uber, or you have to do that, or if you live close to the store, then it's not a problem. But the reason why most of America is fat is because fast food is so accessible and it tastes so good, because nobody wants to eat something bad.
No, they're fat and unhealthy is
I ranted on for quite a while. I'm so sorry.
Pretty high. They need motivation to lose weight.
I think the problem is not that people are fat, it's that people try to push a narrative that being fat is healthy. And that you can't know if somebody's healthy or not. Like if you're 400 pounds, you're not healthy.
No, you're not. I think the average like healthy weight before it becomes unhealthy is roughly 100 kgs. Granted, that isn't very healthy for like an average person that doesn't work out. Well, no, it's actually pretty healthy. I mean, I know lots of people in my family that is roughly 100. So I'd say 140-ish, maybe 160 kgs is when you become like a really unhealthy, because then you don't want to do anything, and you constantly complain because you're unhealthy, and you do this and this happens to you because of this and that. So yes, I think the safe weight before you get unhealthy is about 100 to about 130 kgs. Anything over than that is very unhealthy. Like extremely unhealthy. I'm not saying that 100 to 130 is healthy. I'm just saying that it's livable. You can live with that.
Like it's that simple. Like there's not really a lot to it. Right? Who says that? Well, a lot of people do.
A lot of people do say it.
What do you mean? Who does that though? You seen the amount of fucking articles people say healthy at every side?
Have you seen the amount of people on TikTok? Have you seen the amount of people on YouTube? Shorts. Have you seen the amount of people on Twitter?
Y'all never seen that? Well, bro, are we trying to pretend? Are we playing pretend here? All the time. All the fucking time you see this shit.
You just have to look on TikTok for about 5 minutes and you'll find someone complaining about obesity and trying to make like fat lifestyle sound healthy. It is... All it takes is 5 minutes to look on any social media platform.
Bullying or reassurance that they're not fat or unhealthy. Couple things real quick, then we'll move on to the next comment. Why get upset at his joke about salads being self-harm, though?
Because people on Reddit are dumb. And because they're dumb, they can only understand things as like a personal insult. They can't understand...
Wait, this is on Reddit or is... I thought this was on Twitter.
And like ideas. They're unable to separate the message from the messenger. So if they hear somebody say something, they're completely focused on who's saying it.
Yeah.
And they don't think about the idea because they're dumb. They think about the person.
They're dumb.
I like salads.
What a way to put it.
It's kind of funny. Like, I guess he doesn't like salads, you know?
I
So
don't like salads,
just
no.
whatever.
Someone said here in his chat, very fragile.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't like salads, you know?
Yeah, look, very fragile.
I don't like salads, no.
Whatever. And the whole people focus more on fat people than like drug addicts and stuff.
I don't think that's
I don't know
really
about
true.
that one.
Yeah,
Some
I don't think
Redditors.
I had a friend that's brother had like a drug problem, and yeah, it was not well for him. I don't know the full situation because she didn't want to get into it, but yeah, it was not good.
Agreeing with that comment, saying this is facts. And yep, in case of...
But I mean, edibles here and there, weed, if you make it into a tea, healthiest thing on the planet, apparently. An edible here and there won't hurt you, like a drag here and there won't hurt you. As long as you don't overdo it, then you're fine. That's the biggest problem with anything in life. People overdo it. Too much of a good thing isn't always good.
Like these, it's just bullying in disguise. This one reading, he's 100% right, but does this mean he's going to start exercising and eating more calories to go up to a healthy weight? Or is he going to stay a human skeleton? Can he even jog for 30 minutes? Touch his toes? Probably not, if Asmon were as fat.
Could I jog for 30 minutes?
Most people can't jog for 30 minutes. They get exhausted around the 10-minute mark, but they push through it. That's how life is. Most people jog for like 10 minutes and they're out of breath already. You can't just say that about Asmond.
Probably not. Like, if it was slow, yeah. But if I had to, like, run for 30 minutes, I don't think so, no. No, you'd die? I don't think so.
You'd die.
So. I was never, like...
See. Over here.
No, you'd die? I don't...
Most people can't. That's a long time. Most people can't do 30 minutes of jogging. It would kill them. Because most people do... This is their day-to-day life. Wake up, probably skip breakfast, have a cup of coffee, go straight to work, come back, eat, entertain themselves for like an hour or two, fall asleep, and repeat the day. That's most people's day-to-day life. Most people don't have the time to exercise, or they don't have the energy, because when they get a time off, they just want to relax and stress out. Well, I don't know why I said stress out, but just, you know, mellow out. Because most people, it's how society is. Then you get the people that say, oh, then just make time out of your day. If you work from 8 to 5, you don't want to do anything else. You literally just feel like doing nothing. And even if you do start working out, most people give up from a month to maybe 3 months at most. Most people can't do it longer.
So,
because they don't get the results that they want, because people think it's going to happen instantaneously. Working out and getting fit takes months to a year or two. It's how it is. But again, people just don't have the time to do it because they have work. Most people work 2 jobs or even 3 jobs at a time. So them especially don't have the time because they're looking after kids, or they have mortgage to pay, or they have family to take care of because their family members are either sick or disabled or so on, or in this case, fat. So they eat all of the food in the house.
I was never like an endurance runner, even when I was younger. Not even slow. Most people can't. Yeah, 30 minutes straight. That's a lot. I don't know. Touch his toes.
I would probably last about 10 minutes. I'm not the fittest person, but jogging for about 10 minutes, I get exhausted there, and I'd probably stop around 20 minutes. I will not make it the full 30 minutes. I will not. My legs will break, and I would split in half. It would just not be doable. And I'm not the fittest person. I will really get exhausted and tired around 10 minutes. If I push myself really hard, I'd make it to 20 minutes, but then I'm not doing anything for the next month. Like, I consider that my workout for the entire month, and I'd be like, yeah, that's it, I'm done.
So I'm not sure if I could do that or not. But again, you know, this is what I'm saying, right? Is that it's the mind of these people is like, it's so like surface level. They're not able to do it. I don't want to do it on stream right now. Yeah, right? Reddit comprehension. Yeah, they're not able to think about an idea.
Show us your feet, touch your tippy toes for us, Asmond. You'd make that video, that clip of you doing that would go viral.
Yeah, without just insulting a person.
Then you'd have people saying, oh, look at his ugly feet, get it off the internet. Ay, ay,
ay. As fond,
it's reaction. Yeah,
he's saying the same things dumb. About thin people. He's not preaching about being healthy. He's just giving another cold take for virtual paths on.
He's not preaching about being healthy. Oh yeah, I am. I think you should be healthy. Yeah.
Well, that was easily said.
Virtual pats on the back, completely knowing his own unhealthiness because he can do no wrong. See, this is like, again,
the back, while completely ignoring his own unhealthiness
because
he can do no wrong. And a little.
There you go.
What? What?
Wait, I didn't hear that.
No wrong.
Again.
The back, while completely ignoring his own unhealthiness because he can do no wrong. And a little.
What? What the fuck? What is it? Large C thing? I don't know.
Asmongold's face is blocking it. I can't see.
They're fat or not. But it's like people take it, yeah, it's so uncalled for. Like, it's so personal. Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
Exchange here. One user saying, I mean true, but who is Asmongold to talk? And another user saying, as good as anyone else. His health and weight are irrelevant when it comes to stating a factual statement.
That's true, absolutely. And I'm also not fat.
I really wish I could see what game this is. And that's it. Asmongold can fit through a metal like bar. You know those jail bars that when you're like in jail? I'm pretty sure if he tried hard enough, as long as his head fit through, his entire body can just slip right through. He's like an octopus, being able to squeeze inside a keyhole to get inside the chest.
Now, all that said, by far, the most upvoted comments in that thread are ones supporting Asmongold's take.
Oh, yeah.
He's right. And there's also a difference between someone being a healthy weight and that person actually being healthy. If all you eat is junk food and don't overeat, you might be a normal weight, while all the underlying blood work numbers are terrible. Being heavy just makes all those issues that much worse.
Yes.
I think that's definitely true. That's the same thing that happened with COVID, right? Is like a lot of people that were fat died of COVID. A lot of people that were skinny didn't. That's just how it is. It's like a multiplier.
This person's saying, I'm...
Are we really gonna believe a Santa diner, though? Dina? What? What the? What?
Multiplier.
We're really going to believe a Santa diner, though? My dumb. I don't understand that.
This person's saying, I'm overweight and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. The amount of physical issues you will 100% run into later in life aside, it did a real number on my mental health / confidence, which created an incredibly destructive feedback loop of hating myself. being insecure.
Yeah, I saw whenever I made that comment recently about the, you know, people won't want to look at you. There were a lot of people that were overweight or formerly overweight that talked about how people wouldn't look at them or wouldn't want to look at them because they were fat. I didn't even know that was a thing. I've never been fat. But like, damn, that sucks.
That does suck. I had a friend back in school. I'm talking about like grade 2. I think. I could be very wrong. That was... He was a fat kid. But... And he was obviously alone. I was alone. So that we got along somewhat well. But our friendship was literally just surface level. And then it just whittled out and left. But yes. Fat people don't want to look at them. And they don't want to look at anyone that's friends with them. Because it's the hierarchy of life. When people do not like you if you are this type of way. It's society. You can't change that. As much as you want to, people are very mean and very selfish creatures.
Tech and then eating to cope whilst I further spiral and further into the hole. I 100% think being hostile to fat people has the potential to propagate the issue further, and in most, not all cases, will just make things worse for the individual, not better. But
yeah, I think so. I think there's obviously like a balance where you can acknowledge that things that people are doing are unhealthy and they're bad without necessarily shitting on them constantly.
Yeah.
I also think anyone who defends it as a lifestyle, especially if they're not someone who has ever had to deal with how mentally taxing it can be, is doing a massive disservice to society as a whole, and it should be treated like the epidemic it is.
That's definitely true. People that make it to where, oh, well, you're overweight, like, it's not, this is society's fault. No, it's not.
From there, other top comments would essentially also give some advice, simply saying just eat less calories than you burn, lol. Instead of 20 burgers a day, eat 19, then 18, then 17. It's that simple, folks, and someone even saying lost 60 pounds doing this. Literally just eating calories. Limited myself to 1,400 to 1,700 a day for 9 months. And finally, this Redditor saying, this comment section is full of people who got called out and are coping with the idea that Asmon being unhealthy himself means he can't have an opinion on it. That's just stupid. Why would that mean?
Asmongold, I would say, isn't the healthiest person. Because he eats steaks for most of his like meal times. And I don't think that's really the healthiest thing to do. I mean... I also don't really eat healthy if I have the chance. I would eat steaks as well, but I do have a salad here and there because I live with my my mom and dad, and yeah, they've kind of forced me to. But I understand why. So, but back on topic. Asmongold isn't the most unhealthiest person ever. He's actually one of somewhat the healthiest person if you take out his meal times and that he only eats like a cookie for cookies most of the day. Other than that, he is actually quite a healthy person. I haven't heard him say that he does drugs, or maybe he did. I'm not 100% sure. As far as I know, he doesn't smoke, and as far as I know, I think he drinks now and then, but he doesn't drink all the time.
Mean anything.
Yep, they're trying to make it personal because they're taking it personal, and I think I know why.
He's actively aware of how unhealthy he is and tells his viewers not to live like him. He's not preaching.
Again, he's not the most unhealthiest person. He isn't.
I also, by the way, I feel like, yes, I'm a bit unhealthy for sure, but like, I don't think I'm as bad as people make me out to be.
He isn't. He is actually kind of very healthy.
Like, I eat a very, very minimal diet. But no, I actually don't think it's that bad. You drink a lot of... I think the one thing that you can criticize me on, and it's completely accurate, is that I do drink a lot of soda.
Wow.
I drink too much soda for sure. But I think the actual food that I eat is not that bad.
I drink lots of soda. There's no problem with it.
The problem is I don't really eat a lot of vegetables or fruits or anything. Like
And you don't need to. As long as you have a vegetable here and there, it's fine.
What I do eat isn't like super bad though.
I mean, a banana. If you don't eat lots of vegetables and have like a banana here and there, that's more than enough. Or an apple or an orange.
About the idea of skinny phobia, when people say he looks unhealthy or skinny. Yep. Such a ridiculous mindset to dismiss his point just because he himself isn't healthy. The point is that these people are deluding themselves into believing they are healthy when they aren't. Well, while we took a little bit of a divergence from the Dexerto article, this was certainly a bit related to that sort of topic, and I didn't see this happen when it occurred a year ago, so it was rather interesting to take a look at that stuff now. I hope you found this segment to be interesting as well. Let me know what you think about all that stuff in the comments. In my general opinion here at the end, I think it's important to watch your diet. That doesn't mean you have to literally be on a diet like cutting. No,
yeah, you don't have to be.
Eat, like what you drink, like your nutrition, right? Tracking your macros, etc., etc. So whether you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to cut, or trying to bulk, or you like where you are and you're trying to stay there, I think it's important to watch what you eat to some extent. You don't have to like obsess over it, but just be wary of the macros and like what you're eating throughout the day. And I think it's important to also keep active and work out.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to go to a gym and lift weights.
Most people don't work out and they're still relatively healthy. I've seen people that has not gone to the gym once in their entire life, or maybe they did now like once in their life, but they gave up. Because you don't need to go to a gym to be considered healthy or fit. As long as you watch what you eat, as he said, and you're not 400 pounds, you are relatively fine. And if you don't drink like heavily, and I mean, my dad smokes, my mom smokes, and they are fine. I know lots of people that smoke, and that is perfectly healthy. So smoking isn't as bad as people make it out to sound. As long as you don't smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day, or at least if you take 3 to maybe 5 cigarettes a day, you're not going to get anything from that. As long as you don't smoke a full pack of cigarettes, 2 packs of cigarettes a day, or in 2 days, you are perfectly fine when it comes to smoking.
You could literally just do like body weight stuff at home.
Yeah, I think being active is really important, like doing stuff and moving around at least a little bit, right?
If you move from one side of the couch to the other side of the couch, give or take 10 times a day, that's perfectly fine as well.
It's just like I don't know how people would make an argument against that. I mean, just walk, move around a bit, etc. Push-ups and stuff is.
And if you want to do a bit more, walk around the house. Push-ups on asmongold, like, hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Certain types of push-ups. The normal push-up that you do in school isn't very effective. Sorry. Like, it's actually more harmful to your muscles, apparently. So you have to do more, like, wide arm push-ups is more healthier, or vertical push-ups. But that, again, is a lot harder to do, so people don't do it, and then they fall back to the default push-ups that they learned in school.
Bare minimum makes a big difference. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Do 5 push-ups a day, even if it's the ones that you're not supposed to do. 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats, and just walking around the house. Do that. Do 5 of those and walking around the house for about 10 minutes, and that's basically all you need. You don't need more than that. Maybe 10 of each.
That's how it is. I mean, fuck.
Do plyometrics, that sort of thing, if you like that approach. If you like more
a deer, it's Bambi.
Bodybuilding, weightlifting thing, you of course have that option, going to a gym,
lifting some weights. You nearly decapitated Bambi!
You could take a more powerlifting approach if you like that stuff more. Point is, you have options. Some people just do like kettlebell workouts entirely, and some people do a combination of all that stuff. And for more like cardio stuff, you of course got options there. You could run, you could jog, you could jump rope, you could do like Muay Thai, boxing, etc., etc. And overall, I think
boxing is apparently one of the most healthiest exercises you can do. And I'm not saying go into like an actual like fight and go do boxing. I'm talking about like just general boxing moves and like the like routine that a boxer has. Apparently, it is one of the most healthiest exercises on the planet because of how you move constantly. You work out your legs because you have to flex your like abs to make sure that you don't get like the damage that you receive isn't as bad. And obviously the amount of punches that you do and kicks. Kicks is more like cage fighting or something like that. I don't really care about boxing and shit that much. But you know, just regular punches and so on, onto like a punching bag. It is one of the most healthiest exercises you can do.
I think all this stuff is going to be positive for people's mental health, for people's physical health, as Redditors also pointed out. And some
I generally feel better whenever I'm active on a certain day. Like, for example, this morning I like didn't start my stream. I was like stressed out about like a million things that probably aren't even really fucking real, and I just get like it's the kind of it's kind of like the way I get in my head is that, you know, in the mornings I'll get like super stressed out and really upset, and then towards the end of the night, you know, whenever it's nighttime, I'm more relaxed and chilled out and things are okay. Like anxiety, I have really bad anxiety, and you know, I felt like that today, and I walked down to the store, and you know, I was walking down to the store, and you know, I was like feeling like, okay, you know, I'm feeling fine, right? Things are okay, and you know, things are okay.
I don't know why that duck has bumps on its head and back. It's putting me off.
And fuck, man, it's hard to deal with that shit, man. It is. Sugar's bad for anxiety. Well, it's weird for me, right? I mean, because I'll have these issues too, and it's weird for me because usually I don't feel that way, but sometimes it just kind of happens. Right? Just run 4 miles every morning. Yeah, that's it. Just getting outside and walking really helps anxiety for real. Yeah, I think so too. Sugar's bad for almost everything. I mean, I'll tell you this, right? If I could eat just like wood, and I could survive just eating wood.
You can actually survive eating tree bark. Certain types of tree bark, you can actually survive off of eating that. It just tastes horrible, apparently.
It tasted good. I would just always eat wood.
What wood are we talking about here, Asmond? What type of wood? Is it chicken or is that a flower? That looks like a chicken, but it could be it could very well be a flower.
Like, I don't really care. I just want to eat something that tastes good and move on. Eating is just a waste of time.
It is. Eating literally is a waste of time. But at the same time, we need it to survive.
It's like getting the food buff. It's 10 seconds. You got to sit down, and that's it. Yeah, chicken, meat, and rice. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, like, that's the thing. Is I do try to... you can't eat wood? Yeah. Yeah, good one. I just think it's us skinny fucks got to stick together. Yeah, and, like, for me, right, is that... You know, I got to the point, like, I told myself that if I got over 150 pounds, I would start like actively like exercising a lot because I didn't want to be fat. See, like, it's actually okay.
See, most people consider fat like having like fat rolls, but then you get the fat like a beer belly. I don't know what you guys call it in America, but it's literally just like, you know, like a hump by your stomach. That's perfectly fine. That's actually not considered unhealthy. It's when you get massively fat, where the fat on your sides start like rolling over onto your pants. That's when it's considered being fat.
So, like, here's like a tier list, right? It's like you.
In my opinion, having a beer belly, perfectly fine. Most dads and most people in the like late 30s, except if you're skinny like Asmond, is going to have somewhat of a gut. That's not considered fat. Fat is when it literally flows over onto your pants and then it jiggles all over the place. That is fat.
In shape is at the top, and then underneath in shape is like skinny, and then underneath skinny is fat, And then underneath fat is skinny fat. That's the worst one.
The hell is skinny fat?
You don't want to look like those fucking aliens from Men in Black. So like I felt like my stomach was getting
those like cockroach things. Okay, I understand now.
You know, it was a little bit too big. This is not fucking healthy. Like you look at anybody, like you look at every single doctor doesn't have that, right? This is not good. And so I'm like, okay, I need.
Just because a doctor doesn't have it doesn't mean it's not good. It really isn't, because if doctors started smoking weed and so on, people would be, oh, that's so healthy. If they started doing like massive, heavily drugs, people would go, oh, since a doctor's doing it, we can do it. If a doctor is drinking heavily, oh, since the doctors are doing it, we can do it as well. If a doctor lights a hospital on fire, and I mean, all doctors lights a hospital on fire now and then, and people are gonna go like, ah, since a doctor can do that, I can light a school on fire. I can light the White House on fire. I can light the country on fire. That is a dumb way to look at it. Just because a doctor doesn't do it doesn't mean it's not good. It could still be good even if a doctor doesn't do it.
I need to start exercising more. I'm gonna eat a little bit less, you know, ice cream and shit. And you know what? It's not like that anymore. It's fine. Look. See that? Not a fucking issue. Not a fucking issue anymore.
He is so skinny.
And you know why? It's because I stopped eating as much fucking food and I started moving around more. Yeah, imagine that. Isn't it crazy how that stuff works? We saw you showering. Yeah, sure. Show your neck and belly through? Wait, what the hell do you mean by that? Please show pictures of the aliens to the Zoomers. You look that shit up yourself. And whenever you see it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Is he eating 20 ice cream sandwiches this week? I eat one ice cream sandwich, okay? I have like usually 1 or 2 meals a day. And
I wish I could get my hands on an ice cream sandwich.
one of them is like a snack of an ice cream sandwich. They're not even that big. They're like this big.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Just type skinny fat into Google images and behold, yeah, you do not want to be like that, man. Yeah, the aliens smoke cigarettes too. It's not a good time. Let me finish the video and I'll talk more about it. Just because you're not fat doesn't mean you're not healthy. No, that's true. Yeah. I probably, like, I've been, like, stressed out a lot. And it's like,
I feel like skinny people are more stressed out. Like, the majority of skinny people is more anxious than fat people. Again, could be very wrong, because I don't know the analytics for it. I don't. But they just look, because more people on like the internet that show the faces is somewhat skinny. Not all of them. It's about 50-50 is skinny, 50-50 is like has like a gut. But most of the time, I see skinny people more shaky, if I had to say.
Get into like these mindsets where I feel like I'm unhealthy or there's like something wrong with me, and then I'll go through the day and then I'll feel better and it'll be like fine, but it'll be like a thing that's in your head. I don't know if that happens with you guys too.
It happens with everybody.
Like, oh fuck. And I don't really.
Wait. What was that?
I don't know if that happens with you guys too, but it's just.
5'10", 250 pounds.
Just like oh,
okay.
And I don't really know how to deal with that entirely, but yeah. Stress is a killer. Yeah, I'm such an anxious person. All the fucking time.
I feel like most people are nowadays, because there's a war going on, inflation is happening, petrol prices is going up, people can't afford anything anymore. So I feel like since 2020, everyone has been anxious.
Yeah. Paranoid.
And that's been 3 years now.
Yeah, it's a hormonal disorder. I don't know. But yeah, midlife crisis. No, I've been doing this shit forever.
Maybe they.
Husband God thinks it like a champ. He doesn't have a midlife crisis. His whole life is a crisis.
Is too much of a rigid thing. Like they don't realize how many options they.
Oh, it was a flower.
And that they probably can find something that they'll enjoy and have fun doing and want to do multiple times a week. So I'll leave it there. I wish you all the best. Have a great weekend ahead, and I'll see you in the comments, and of course, in the next segment on the way.
There it is. And yeah, I think that's a good video. I wish he had talked more about how much I was right. That's the only disappointing part, is that he didn't talk about how right I was as well. But overall, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good video.
Yeah.
By a punching bag for sure. I mean, maybe, I don't know yet. I mean, here's the thing, like, I didn't even know this was a thing, man. Like, I talked to my dad today, because, like, so last night, I was getting pizza, and while I was driving home from pizza, I was at an intersection, and my car died. And, like, it didn't die. It went from, like, let's say the car's at, like, a 10, and it went to, like, a 1. And, like, the lights were almost off, the radio turned off, and, like, I go forward, and the car is like, bro, we only have first gear. We don't have second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Nah, bro, those are gone. And so I'm just barely going, like, 10 fucking miles an hour, and I'm going up this hill, and it's like... And I'm driving, I'm like, ooh, maybe I can get back to the house. Then I'm going, and then I can feel the steering, right? The steering fucking turns off. The steering goes off.
Ooh.
And power steering, so I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I had to, like, rip that bitch over into the parking lot and just barely made it into the parking lot without causing a wreck. And so, anyway, I was talking to him about this, and this happened last night. That's why I didn't get back on last night until, like, way later, because I had to deal with this fucking bullshit with my car. And so, anyway, and sounds like an alternator. Well, whatever the fuck it is, I mean, I don't give a fuck what it is. I take it down to the mechanic, they fix it, it's done.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm paying them to know what it is. That's the truth. Happened to me going 70 on the freeway. It was the alternator. Yeah, I mean, that's what my dad thought. Like, I looked it up. They said it was like the starter, like the ignition, but like that didn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a mechanic, right? And so anyway, I'm talking to him about it, and like my dad in the last 6 months, might be 7 months now, it's hard to say, has had pneumonia 3 times.
Ooh.
3 times he's had pneumonia.
Damn.
And this morning, he went out for a walk. And he's been doing it now for a week because he's recovered.
Oh, well done.
He walks over a mile, 2 miles.
Holy crap. That's more than most people walk in a week.
And so, yeah, it's like you got to keep going no matter what. And that's all there is to it.
Giga Dad.
And so, should we walk with him? Bro, I'm not gonna do, yeah, right. That shit is early in the morning. Like, he doing that shit at 8 a.m. Yeah, right.
That's early? I wake up at 6.
Right.
My dad wakes up at 5 because his sleeping schedule is so fucked. My dad wakes up at like 4 in the morning.
Let's see this. And what's this? He's right though. People rather look at someone attractive 9 times out of 10. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so the best part about this, I think that like people just got that, bro. They got so much in their feelings about this comment. And like, here's what kind of sucks though, right? Is that it's like if you're fat, you stop eating food, right? You got any advice for us uglies? Yeah. So basically, I
get plastic surgery.
I've been doing a little bit of fucking like personal research on this for about 32 years now.
Ooh,
what to do if
lots of insight.
So one thing is that you could exercise. Like, I think that being ugly as fuck with a lot of people is a choice, definitely. Like, for example, they don't take care of themselves. They don't wear clothes that fit their body. Yeah,
but most people like a bit loose clothes. Me personally, I don't like everything being skin tight because it's so uncomfortable. I'd rather just have it more loose.
Don't groom themselves in a way that accentuates their features. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they use a cam. Yeah, I think that's it. And so I think that's a big factor. It's not being VTubers. There's plenty of girls and people that are VTubers that aren't ugly. Like, I think that's probably the majority. A lot of people are VTubers because they don't want to get harassed.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
Most VTubers do that, like, use a model, because... have you seen what happened with Amarath? She got harassed. She's still probably getting harassed. People don't want that. So if most people, that's why most people either don't use a webcam like me, or they use a model. Me personally, I just don't like showing my face. because I might do it in like a couple of months to maybe next year somewhere. But other than that, at the moment, I have no plans for that.
Whenever you're on the internet, you get people that are on you, like they're on you. It's weird, man. So yeah, the point I'm making is
there's some real creeps on this planet. Really, there is.
You go out of your way to make yourself look bad, and you're gonna look bad. I think that most people, and like this is especially true for guys, I think that if you work out, you're in shape, and you take care of yourself, you're gonna be in a good situation. I'm not saying you're gonna...
No, because there are some people that do work out, and exactly what he said, but yet they still live a very miserable life. Working out is more of a way for them to escape that, but it still doesn't solve their problems.
You're gonna be Henry Cavill, but I'm saying you're gonna be in a good situation.
Like, just because you work out and your body looks good, it doesn't mean that your face is going to look good. And that's where the problem comes in, because your face still is ugly, and that's what the main that's the main thing that especially like girls look at. Unless girls want to put a bag over your head, but that's very disrespectful, and it's going to really crush anyone's confidence, even if they look like Henry Cavill. It just won't be good.
Situation. I mean, yeah, you got some Quasimodo looking motherfuckers, then maybe that's not the case.
Quasimodo.
But I think for most people that is the case. But it takes work. Yeah, that's the truth. It does take work. Absolutely. Let's see this. He's right, though. People rather look at someone attractive. Yeah, see, I don't understand how people can get easily offended over something that's true. Unattractive people won't get as much attention unless they happen to be attractive. Now there are folks out there that aren't attractive and get a lot of views, but yes, it doesn't apply to everyone. Of course, right? Things don't apply to everyone. It's not even putting anyone down. No, of course not. It's actually so crazy that people were so upset about this, but I think that shit's funny, right? And whenever people go and they get... Even Shrek found a wife. Yeah, that's true. Good fucking point, man. And why are we acting like girls? Most girls are 10 out of 10 models. Most girls look like ogres. Let me guess, man. You don't have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, same though. Like, but I'm just saying. Right? Yeah. And yeah, Shrek. Yeah, dude, Shrek got a wife. Yeah. There you go. So is Shrek's a fairy tale? Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of people who look like Shrek.
That is very true.
Y'all ever been like on Instagram and you see like this really fucking hot girl and like she finally posts a picture with her boyfriend and her boyfriend is just some like fat dude who wears a fucking hat? But it's just, yeah, this is my boyfriend.
Did you see the chat? Every time. Yep. Ha ha ha.
My boyfriend.
I hate it when they wear. But he talks to her.
Love.
A greasy face. Who? The boyfriend. Shrek was hot. I can't. No, god damn it.
But it's just.
Yeah, I want to see it.
We're in love.
Shrek was hot. The books. In the books? I can't see what that says. I think that means in the books, I think.
But what the fuck?
I have no idea. Shrek was based on a real person who was ogre-like in the... God damn, Twitch chat moves so fast, I can't see it. Fuck it.
What the fuck? Money? Nah, bro, why would they need money? Like, these are girls on OnlyFans, bro. They're making like 10 grand a month. They're making 20 grand a month on OnlyFans. They don't need some dude to take care of them.
They just need a dude to love them. That's all that they want.
So a trick is to be funny? I don't know. Like, I think that with girls, if you treat girls like people, it will help.
Yeah.
Most people don't do that. And I think that's probably my best advice, is to treat them like people. And start there, and then you can move past that.
Treat them like people, in other words, it means treat them like you treat anybody else. Do a 50-50. I mean, you won't go up to a family member and be like, okay, you're going to like hold them in the highest regard. Like, it's kind of weird, but let's say you're like distant cousin that's a female. You're not gonna like hold them up like a princess and so on and so on. No, you're going to treat them like a normal person. So just apply that to a girl and you're perfectly fine. If you can hold a normal conversation with a girl, you're basically, your chances of getting with them, and I mean like a long-term relationship, is already pretty high. Because that's basically all you need. You don't have to treat them like a princess. You don't have to, if you want, like if they want you to treat them like a princess, then they better treat you like a prince. I'm just saying. It's a relationship is 50-50. If they want to be treated like a queen or princess, they gotta do the same in return.
Like with streaming though, it's just you have to do things that accentuate what makes you look good or what doesn't, right? Or plays that down. That's it. Can you finish the video? Yeah, I did. I was just talking about how right I was. I finished it. Yeah. The way he can save the money, spend his, then leave with a pile of savings, bro. Whatever makes you whatever makes you sleep at night, whatever makes you feel better about your personal situation, keep telling yourself that thing. Okay? Yeah, if it makes you happy, just keep believing it.
Yeah.
Incel in chat. Yeah, dude. Well, the thing is that best advice: don't take dating advice from streamers, bro. Don't take dating advice from a lot of people. Like,
especially influencers. Do not take any advice from them when it comes to dating. Look at Andrew. Look at Joe Rogan. Look at all of the females. I literally saw, like a female on TikTok saying, "You better treat your man like this, your girl like this. Girls want this. Girls need this." And I was like, okay, if you want a 10,000 rand ring, you better cough up the money for that, or otherwise we're having some Fruit Loops, and that's it. You're having a Fruit Loop on your finger, and on our wedding anniversary, I'm eating that thing off. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
I don't think you should really just listen to what somebody says and then just do it, right? You should listen to what, but you should listen to what different people say and then figure out like what resonates with you, what you feel comfortable with, what you think is true. Because like I think with some people it works one way, other people it doesn't. Like that's it. And like, so are you saying that I shouldn't treat girls like people? Like, wait, so was that part of advice wrong? So like, actually, you have to treat them like an ostrich. Like, yeah, I mean, what is this? Andrew Tate, you gotta listen to him? Ooh, okay, you're gonna end up in a Romanian jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Apparently he got out of jail like a couple of weeks ago. So I've listened to Andrew Tate. Most of it I don't really care about. Like I just listen because some of the shit he says is very, very funny. But yeah. Taking any advice from any influencer is dumb. Like if you take it at face value and you try and apply that to your own life, it's not gonna end well for you. Just listen to what they say and try and, like, if they say, for instance, treat a girl like, as Asmon says, treat any girl like people. That just means don't make shit weird. Don't try and immediately try and get in bed with them. Take it over 1 or 2 dates if she still doesn't want to like get into like a relationship, and I mean like a 50-50 relationship, then leave them. It's not going to end well for you any other way. That's the main problem with relationships now, because the woman, the girl, and well, the man as well, sometimes It's about there's just as many bad girls as there is bad men. I'd say. But whether it's a male or a female, if they don't want to be in a 50-50 relationship, leave them. Because all that's going to happen is down the line because you're giving more, your life is just going to be miserable. Do a 50-50. It's how it is. It's how it always was. It's how it's supposed to be.
It's just in their mom and dad, they made them. Not always. Sometimes your parents don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Why should you listen to them? There's a difference in your initial take. If you're fat and ugly, it doesn't matter how funny you are, you won't get views. And the take being fat and ugly makes it much harder for you to get views from the average person. There's a large reason for all the pushback you're getting. Well, the reason why I say it that way is because any normal, reasonable, non-emotional bitch-ass baby knows that's what I mean. Whenever you say everyone and most people, that doesn't mean everyone. That doesn't mean literally every single person. So I'm not going to go out of my way to try to, go and curate what I say to make sure that 1 or 2 people won't get their fucking feelings hurt. Nah, man. Any I would say person with a triple-digit IQ, even a high double-digit IQ, or is not people are going into it.
Isn't most people's average IQ about 90 or 70? I think the average is 70 to about 80.
To not understand. People are going into it to be mad. And if you go into it to get mad, then you're going to get mad. So it's just, what's the point in trying to get somebody off that cliff? No, man. That's it. It's a bad faith interpretation. Exactly.
Yeah.
Purposely misconstruing stuff to argue. What's my IQ at? I don't fucking know. Like, I have no idea. Why would I ever take a fucking IQ? I don't think I have a particularly high IQ.
Nobody does. People just think that they're clever than everyone else.
Like, I think that people think I'm a lot smarter than I am because I have very good memory. And like, that carries me really hard. Like in school, I got carried by that so hard. Oh my god. Memory is a huge part of IQ. I mean, it depends on.
I got an average. I was average in school. I'm average in a lot of stuff because it really just, school is so boring.
Yeah, it depends on what the context is. A good communicator? Yeah, because I fucking communicate all day. What a surprise. People saying IQ doesn't mean shit or gig or coping. I mean, I think that it's like a lot of people, like it's not a one-to-one comparison, right? It's not like, okay, you do this one thing and this is exactly what the outcome is going to be. Or,
okay.
If you're 5 IQ points higher, you're going to make 5% more money.
Yeah, that's not how it's going to be.
Pass any test? I don't. I mean, like, I'm pretty close. Like, I'm not like like 100%, but I can remember a lot of shit. Like, if you ask me some shit about WoW, some shit about like any game I played, I'll probably tell you what it is.
Same. If it's any game that I've played, I'll be able to tell you exactly what happens because I just need to play the game like twice, and I've probably memorized everything. Most of the strats, because I don't really care about the story that much in games. I more care about the gameplay. So when it comes to strats and builds and this and that, ask me anything and I'd probably know it.
Stupid shit somebody did wrong in a raid, I'll probably remember what it is.
Well, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, let me know. Is asmongold in the wrong for saying what he did? And yeah, see you guys next time.